Hello folks, and welcome to the Budget Modelers Body Build. Tonight Mark and I are going to be carrying on with our 132nd Gulf War Tornadoes, and as you can see, a couple of bits of extra layout. So I've got my overlay, I've got my rotating gears, I've got bits and pieces. I'm going out live on YouTube and on Facebook, so if you want to comment, whichever one you comment on, I'll still see it, so that doesn't matter. Just give us a shout, say hello, tell us what you're up to, tell us what you're doing. How you doing, Mark?
I'm all right. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Mark.
Evening. Progress has been slow but steady. I haven't been on since. I haven't progressed any more with this since Friday. Yeah, because I've been to take the new jalopy down to my mum's for a trial.
Yeah. I hope you carried out social distancing.
Oh no, two people from a single
that's right,
parent and whatever, same unit, family unit can form a social bubble. So that's what we did.
Yep. Cool.
So I went down to Great Yarmouth and came back last night.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Which led on to an all-time fear. Well, not an all-time fear, but an all-time reason as to one reason why I hate that journey.
Go on then.
I hate the A17.
Which one's that? The one from King's Lynn?
Newark to King's Lynn.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's a pain in the arse, pardon my French. There's 3/4 of it is single carriageway. There's no overtaking spots or very few overtaking spots. So if you get caught behind a Norfolk Rolls Royce, you're knackered.
Oh, yes, indeedy doodah. So, come on, where are you up to on your model? You told me before we came in, but I'm sure the guys who are watching would like to know.
Well, at the moment, the weapons are all done, deckled. The undercarriage legs are on. Weapons are all done.
Sorry, mate.
The undercarriage legs are all done, complete. Basically, the two halves, front and rear fuselages, are now together. Take that off. That's fixed. That's glued nicely.
Oh, good Lord, I've got some catching up to do.
So,
yeah, I have actually found a desert pink.
yeah, I saw.
Yes, Vallejo 71.400.
Yeah, I've made a note of the number.
Which is from World War II, which is the same colour as the Desert Pink Land Rover.
That's
so
right.
I have ordered some. Well, I've had to order a whole set.
Yeah.
You can't buy it individually. I went an hour hunting for it on Friday, and I couldn't find it. The only way I found it was by buying a full set. So I've had to buy that set, and we will see. I think it's probably a bit too pink.
Yeah.
So I will probably mix it down with a deserty colour, probably desert yellow, just to take the pinkness out of it. But at least it'll give us a better colour.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to buy an Alclad desert pink colour, please give me a shout. I'll probably just use some of that and make my own up.
Yeah, or keep it for touch-ups.
Yeah,
but it's good to use a bit of. If you got two slight shades, then it shows. You could do individual panels, so you get the difference in panels, like for maintenance and so on.
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, the wrong panel went back on again.
Yeah.
So,
but I've just discovered a problem sticking this down on its Dunlops for the first time.
What's that? The nose is too high.
No.
Go on then.
You ready? You watching?
It's a tail sitter, and you forgot to put some weight in it.
It's a tail sitter, and I forgot to put enough weight in. I put what I thought was plenty.
Stick it in the nose.
Are you
having the nose open?
Well, I was.
Well, I'm sure there's a way of getting around that.
I've got some lead shot. I'll just glue into the bottom of the radome.
Yeah, and then drop some milliput or some green stuff or something like that in the front so it sits flat, and paint over the top of it.
Yeah, well, I was just going to put, like I say, put a load of that in and mix it with some just some PVA. That should do it.
Well, super glue them in and then drop some PVA on top so it just settles it.
Yeah.
And it gives you a flat surface.
So other than that, yeah, it's all right.
Cool. Right. Where am I up to?
One other thing. Watch out for the seam lines between the rear fin the rear tail section, where the top and bottom fuselage sits.
Oh God, yeah, I've already seen that. I've already checked that out. That's going to be a mare.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be right royal load of fun. So, I have got my additional bits for my cockpit to go over the top of it. For my cowling on the front. I've got the supports in for the HUD, so I just got to paint those up.
Yeah.
And then it's
go over it with a tinge of smoke. I'd have thought.
Not yet. I'm going to do that last thing.
All right.
Mask over that bit.
And
then start getting some colour on the front.
Very good.
So yeah, I'm quite chuffed with how well it's going at the moment, and I'm also just going to weather the back end of this bit.
All right.
Actually, not yet. I'm not, because I need to dip it in clear. Ha ha. Yep. Okay, where's that gone? Where has that gone? Oh, there it is. My big bottle of clear, which I'm throwing around all over the place. Yeah, if you're watching, guys, give us a shout. Let us know what you're doing. Let us know what you think so far. Tell us what you've got on your bench. Tell us what you're up to. Tell us how you're doing. Anything you want to chat about, we'll discuss. Not a problem.
Well, we'll do its best.
Yeah. You feel the need, you want to chat and just get some off your chest, then please feel free. Both Mark and I have been there. I'm also a mental health first aider. So I've been through that shit and still going through it. But hey. So,
yes, regularly frequenting and taking out the black dog.
I find, don't get me wrong, I know what you mean, but I still think it should be something different. A black dog, a dog is a loyal creature, a loyal, loving creature.
Oh, I agree.
And I think to use that, I really don't agree with. Yes, it's. I would say a black rain cloud would have been better.
Well, it's just a terminology that's come over from, I think, Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, I know that, and I realise that, and I understand why they're saying it. But a dog is a loyal, loving creature. And to be honest with you, mate, if I'm feeling down, I curl up on the sofa with my dog.
Yeah.
So
I do the thing, but occasionally, sometimes the wife isn't there.
Yeah. If the missus is at work, I just cuddle up with the dog and spend a couple of hours reading a book with the dog, or come out here, bring her bed out here, and she'll sit in the shed with me, whining right off as she usually does, whinging and moaning. So we've got Tony Simpson in the house. Evening, down in London for 3 days. Lol. So what are you doing down in London then, Tony? Also, what do you think?
Marching and protesting, are you?
Tony Simpson, March. Sorry. Have you seen Tony recently?
No.
Yeah, so let us know what you think of the new layout. Oh,
Grey.
where are we? Right.
Grey. Nope, metallic. Dark grey. Medium. To dip that later. Needs
Here it is. Right, so I need to nip it off there.
Oh,
You're right there, matey.
yes. Bit of a paint mix.
Having a bit of a snuffle.
Where's my glasses? I need my glasses.
I got a really nice shout out from Festa's Brunch today. Gave the channel a good old shout out, said I can promote it on his channel, which is great. It's really good when people let you do that. I find that quite good. If you want to come on guys and give your channel a shout out, please feel free to spread the joy, spread the love.
My lad's outside again with his airsoft gun. Hearing 7 bells out the neighbours, possibly.
Why? Can you hear him?
Yep.
Hate fiddly bits.
These things are sent to try us, dear boy.
And try as they bloody do.
Wait for one.
Okay, that's looking good on that side. I have a funny feeling I have to cut a little bit out on this side as well. I love the hot weather.
I know, it's gorgeous. It's a pain in the arse though when you're in a loft with no fan or air conditioning because it's a sweat box.
Yeah, and I always find my glue goes off dead quick.
What cures?
Yeah, it cures really, really fast.
I'm done. Quick wash out.
Quick, what, mate?
Wash out.
Yeah.
The brush, dear boy, the brush. The long one more fire than the small one.
Right, let's just got more comments. Oh, got quite a few more comments. GB's Model Zone suffer from the same. Call it my unwanted friend. Yes, mate, we do.
Yeah.
It's it follows you around wherever you go, and it certainly jumps on you from a great height. That's why I absolutely love modelling. Tony apparently is down a hole at Pall Mall.
Down a hole at Pall Mall.
Exactly. Okay. And then he goes on saying, "Yes, I never marched in the forces." No, you didn't march that day. We went down past the cenotaph either, did you? You just strolled.
An organised bimble.
Yep. But then he didn't get a full face on BBC TV like I did.
Shameful plug there, shameful plug.
Oh, I got absolutely hammered for that. Hammered. I
Rightly
got
so.
proverbial. But I had a big moustache because I was playing a role.
Yeah.
When I did theatre. And I had a moustache that you could twirl at the end. So I had it curled.
Yeah.
And so they picked up on it and went, "Oh, look, somebody in the Air Force with a silly moustache."
Because every time I've watched it on Remembrance Day when the march passed, it always seems to be an ex-plumber mate of mine that seems to be always gets picked up.
Who's that?
His name is Stephen Millington.
Right.
He was a plumber at Bryce. Unfortunately, he had an accident in the duty car for duty armourer one day and trashed the car.
Okay, how's he?
So they said, "You can't be an armourer anymore. What would you like to be? Either this or MD, medically discharged." And he said, "I'll be a squipper." So he went and became a squipper.
Bless his socks.
So it's always him you seem to see on the march. No, but never a nicer fella you could wish to meet. Brilliant guy.
Cool. What has surprised me, I've been watching Festa's show. And they're quite open about and discuss mental health issues, which is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
And it's something that I want to be able to discuss on here.
Yeah.
If people want to talk about it, then please feel free to. Yeah.
We're all here to help.
Yep. We've been there, we've seen it, we've done it, we've got the t-shirt. Eating the pie. So we're all in it together. And it's just people being able to open up in a forum where they feel comfortable.
Yeah.
and hopefully when we do this, we can have that sort of forum.
Well, I hope everybody feels comfortable enough that they feel they can do that.
Yes, yes. I'm sure it's not the sort of thing that they're going to shout out on in the public arena.
Oh no!
But if they need someone to talk to or anything like that, then you can find us on on FaceAche, and we'll quite happily have a chat with you.
By all means, likewise.
All right. Tony got created due to the Legion pick. Yeah, I know that feeling, mate. I got created as well. I got a full frontal on the BBC's coverage of it. Oh look, somebody in the Air Force with a silly moustache.
I think the guy that was sort of like the armament officer, as we say at the front, was a guy called Stu Smith.
Yeah.
I knew him as a
Smalley.
So he'd obviously taken his commission.
You went all muffled, mate. You knew him when?
Sorry, mate. I knew him when he was a corporal at Colt.
Oh, what? Corporal what? Plumber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stu Smith, his name is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got also a JT I used to work with at Lucas, guy called Ian Dotty Gray. Just found out he's got he's become he's had his brains removed.
Oh dear.
And it looks like a seagull shat on his sleeves. And he's now the Sengo at 5 Squadron.
All right.
At Waddo on Sentinels.
Mm-hmm.
So he's done well. Oh yeah, quick one. I've just got to say thanks to James Skiffins at the model of the officers model
mess.
That's the Tinker. It's easy for you to say. The model officers mess. If it wasn't for him badgering me and bullying me into doing this, I don't think it would have ever got off the ground. And he was the one who did all my cover photos for me initially. So just a big thank you to him for doing what he's done. If you're not a member of the mess, go and join it. James also does a show on Sunday mornings at 11 o'clock, which is then followed by Festa 67s at 12. That's a good one to watch. They're quite a giggle, those two are. Really.
James does one on a Saturday night as well, doesn't he? Saturday Night Crash.
Yes, he does. He does a Saturday Night Crash. So we've got 5 guys watching, not named Mo. Sorry, I'll say 5 people watching. So if you want to chat, please chuck a message in there. GB Model Zone, he's just said he was at Waddo the other day. Hey, we were anywhere near 5 Squadron. Hello to the model making trucker. He's joined in.
Evening.
How are you doing, trucker? So what are you doing up at Waddo then, GB? Yeah, I've had to learn not to tighten up my bottles too much.
Yeah, trying to unscrew the lids. It's becoming a pain.
Yeah, no, when I was on 15, there was certain stuff we had to do that was hand tight.
Yeah, not FT plus 90 degrees or 4 white knuckles and a grunt.
Yeah, but I did them up hand tight. It's just that my hand tight is a hell of a lot tighter than anybody else's. They should get called spanner fingers.
Yep.
Can't use that one. It's not sharp enough. There we go. That one will do.
Sharp.
Yeah. Sharp cocktail stick, lad. Need to get filler in all.
I've got to wait 5 minutes now for the bleeding super glue to get down to the bottom of the bottle so I can squeeze the damn stuff out. Oh, hurrah and hooray, my local model shop reopens tomorrow.
I know, so does mine. I have to go shopping tomorrow.
So do I.
Oh no, I mean food shopping.
We do ours at the end of the week.
There will be a slight deviation.
Yeah.
And then I've got to try and smuggle the bloody thing back in the house.
The bloody thing?
Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm buying yet. I'm going to spend 50 quid on models. And that money that money I'm spending is all money that I've saved.
Son of a beep.
Oh, all the money I've saved from not buying glue and other bits and pieces like sanders, things, I put in a jar.
Yeah.
And I'm just over 50 quid. About a pound over 50 quid so far. And that's in about 3 months.
Nice.
Saved 50 quid in 3 months just by making my own kit. Just by making my own clamps. Just by making my own sanding sticks.
Yeah.
By making my own glue, my own thinners. I think the two biggest savers are the glue and the thinners.
Definitely. Most definitely.
You make those yourself, you save an absolute fortune. Absolute fortune. The one that's gone out today is the paint retarder. I bought a load of these little 10ml dropper bottles.
Yeah.
And they are bloody ideal. So I've got a 5 litre jug of thinners. I've got a 1 litre jug of thinners. And I've got a 200ml jug of thinners. And I got a 10ml jug of thinners. So I just go from that one to that one. When that one's done, I top it up from the litre. When the litre's done, I top it up from the 5 litres.
Yeah.
So because that is ideal, because you can control the amount you drop in.
Yeah.
If I'm doing it in the airbrush, I'll use the thinners. Yeah. Because it's got paint retarder and flow aid in it. But if I'm just painting straight, I will put a drop of flow aid and a drop of paint retarder. And what that does, that just allows the paint to drop into all the crevices and to get rid of all the brush marks. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed with how well it's coming out.
Good. You should be justifiably proud of yourself.
Yeah. Right. So model making trucker, all good now. I'm home for a couple of days, then back to it. You're home for a couple of days. Woo! Time for some chill. I sat and watched your video the other day. Really good. Nat can be rotten, can't she? She's terrible to you. So GB's model zone, he was there scrounging bits. Come on, elaborate. What is this? Like trying to get blood from a stone? Are you ex-Air Force? What were you trying to scrounge? Where were you trying to scrounge them from?
If you're in the Air Force, you're not scrounging, you're liberating.
Yes, definitely. Were you trying to visit the gate guard at Waddo?
Have they got Waddo as a guardian nowadays?
I'm not sure. It's probably a Vulcan. I'm sure
No,
somebody
they
will.
can't. Well, no, I wouldn't have thought so because they've got 607 on the other side of the runway.
Have they really?
Yeah, 607s. You know where on the A15 where the spotters car park is?
Oh yeah, where did it stand at the top
Yeah,
end of the runway and get blown
top
over?
end of the threshold. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just over on the obviously on the inside of the gate. It's on the inside of the camp. Sorry, on that end.
Ah, got ya. Yeah. I need to look at my sharing, how you can share my posts on a budget model, because Lisa keeps telling me I can't share it. I can't share it. I can't share it. Oh, he's after Nimrod bits, and it's XM607 the Vulcan.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No, it's just GB was saying.
Oh yeah.
The
Black buck specialist.
He's after Nimrod bits, is he? Anything to do with Bronte? Let's see if I can just smooth that out a little bit. Giving it enough time to dry. Probably have given it too much time to dry to be able to blend it down. Probably end up having to sand it. So let's see. No, not giving it enough time to dry. So I've done my legs.
Yeah.
I've added a bit of lead wire. So where is it? It's around it. There we go. Added a bit of lead wire to denote the black cable that runs down the back of the leg. Yeah, that needs a bit of tidying up because it looks awful. And with me tidying it up, watch me knacker it. I've got to be really careful because the wire I've used is soldering wire.
Yeah.
I found that stuff is brilliant. Because it molds very, very easily.
Yeah.
And then it goes straight when you want it to go straight. So rather than using normal wire, which once it's kinked, it's a nightmare to unkink it. Yeah, you've got to stick it in a vise and give it a damn good tug. Oh. Yeah, people pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah, just pass that one on to Tony Simpson as he's down in London.
Yeah. Where are we? I need a little flat one. That's what I need. You know it's your night when you go to your jar of sanding sticks and you pull out the right sanding stick you need.
Yeah, that's a rarity.
GB was a civilian contractor at St Athens painting tonkers. How long were you there? Yeah. How long were you at Saints for, GB?
Another one that frequented the shack.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that stuff gives me nightmares.
He restores aircraft at museums all over the place. All right, that's cool. Oh,
Nice
look
one.
out. Festa's in the house. Yep, all good. Thanks very much, Festa. How are you? Really enjoy watching your Sunday brunch as well.
Evening, Festa.
Yep, that's Marc. It's a nice chilled way to spend Sunday sort of lunchtime, early afternoon.
I'll just put that grey back up there, or I'll put it somewhere else.
Oh, you haven't lost it, have you?
I bloody hope not. Solid grey, weren't that one? That's a fact.
I tell you what, Mark, there's some god awful holes on these undercarriage legs.
Oh, I just thought it was the fuselage fit myself. I had no trouble with the fixing of the undercarriage.
No, I mean in the undercarriage arms. There's some ridiculously huge holes. Right, just let those dry. Let's see if the other bit's dried enough yet, so I can sort that one out. Oh, GB used to spray pink ones. That's what we're doing. But we, yeah, if you've been watching this from the start, both Mark and I are ex-RF armourers. Mark worked on Jags, I worked on Tonkers. And we are having serious problems finding a decent
Desert Arctic.
Yeah, a Desi pink. They're either not pink enough or too pink. And as people have mentioned, it's a different light out there. All depends on the exposure on the cameras, all sorts of stuff. But I still remember the colour being quite pinkish. Even though I was never out in the Gulf, I got posted back from 15 Squadron about 2 months before the guys went out to the Gulf, which is really quite a weird feeling. Part of me is going, phew, missed that fucker by Nat's jobby. And the other half of me is going, spent 3 years training to do that, and the guys are going out there to do what they've been trained to do. And it's really quite an emotional feeling. Knowing that your mates are out there and they're going to be having crap and shit dropped on them from a great height, and there's bob all you can do about it. But then on the other hand, you've got, woohoo, thank God I'm not out there for the grace of God and all that lot. You do end up feeling quite guilty thinking like that. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, we've had problems finding the right pink. But hopefully I've found it. Vallejo 71400. So I've got a bottle coming hopefully next week, so I'll have a look then. Festus saying, hi gents, looking nice builds there. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, GB's getting ready to disable the 4 Buccaneers and move them to Kemble. Yes, I've seen that on the site. Friend of mine's Andy King. If you're part of the teabaggers, and no, I'm not talking about that sort of teabagging. The teabaggers
are the point, Fester. If you know anybody or have dealings with anybody with a deactivated bang seat, irrespective of mark, as long as it's complete with cushion, give me a shout. I'm not paying £8 from bloody Jet Art.
Oh no, they're taking the piss there. Completely threw me there, Mark.
Well, that didn't take a lot, did it?
No, because I was talking about something and then it's like, okay.
To dry. Chrome silver, just a dab on the winder noses, and they are done.
Cool. I think I'm just going to have to leave this to dry and sand it back.
Once I've just done this, weapons are done.
Cool. You shouldn't be far off finishing, mate.
Not that far.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make some masks for this. For the tail letters and the aircraft serial number.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. But luckily, the letters are just a little bit thinner than this masking tape. I think this is 10mm masking tape, or is it 12? 12mm masking tape. Yeah, they're just a little bit thinner than 12mm masking tape.
Oh. So
should be able
to fit the letters on.
Yeah, to draw them out and do them. But what I'll do is I'll spray the white on first.
Yeah.
And then just put an F and H over the top and outline it. So actually no, I won't, because it's like that. It's got the white outer edge and then a clear inner edge.
The top's white, yeah, so yeah. This one.
Interesting. I've got one of these coming. You know, the one I've got for the making a checkerboard.
What is it?
Mark?
What is it?
It's got checkerboard on it.
All right.
So you put masking tape on it and you just scribe through the lines.
Yeah.
And it gives you checkerboard.
Oh, cool.
So I've got that, but I've got one coming that has got really fine lines on it, so I can cut out. What I can do is put it down and sort of draw out the shape of the F and the H, and then cut it.
Yeah.
Which I could probably do on this. Interesting. I might play around with that later on.
Excellent.
Yes.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Cocktail stick.
Right. GB said when they were painted, they were pink out in the Gulf. It went darker in colour and more of a sand colour alclad. Mr. P, what I use you to be interested in what I got on my back garden, got a Mark 83 Snake Eye. Ooh! No, did you hear that, Mark?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Especially about the pink.
I did.
Yeah, they were quite pink when they were first sprayed and they went darker. My breaking trucker said hi, Cole. Edward Middership's just turned. I must have missed a few. Missed a few, what, Ed?
Probably Mark 83 Snake Eyes.
More than likely. I hate waiting for things to dry. I get bored. I know I've got to do them. I hate rescribing, Mark. It's the bane of my bloody life. Rescribing and bloody decaling.
Right. Question.
Answer.
Aha. The answer is 42.
Once you've asked your question, I will explain that to you.
The nav light on the spine of the aircraft at the top.
Yep.
Did you say that was red for night and white for day?
Yeah, it was a clear lens for daytime and it was a red lens for nighttime.
Right. Okie dokie. I'll leave it clear. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Was mein Jesus?
Was machen Sie?
Pointy stabby thingies. Please don't go ping. Please don't go ping.
Ping!
You'll know if it does. Oh, you beaut.
I ever told you how to scare a submariner?
Ping!
Yeah, just walk up behind him and shout, ping! And then peel him off the ceiling.
Ooh, nearly. That's the same effect as walking up behind someone on EOD with a suit on and then go blowing up a crisp packet.
Yeah. Or setting it off an old style alarm clock. Oh, good Lord. I have. What a muppet.
What you doing?
I've put the tape on the wrong way and I've cut it wonky. One side was straight, one side was wonky.
You pyrrhic.
Words to that effect.
Turn this bloody thing around. Yeah.
What have you done?
Bing.
Huh? I'm glad you haven't got your volume up.
Give it a moment.
My volume would have been up. I'd have shit me pants. Edward said, episodes of the build, mind you, I've been doing an Osprey. Yeah, not a problem at all, Ed. Or Edward, sorry. Yeah, we've done a couple on Facebook instead of YouTube just to see the response. And we seem to get, well, after our chat today or exposure on Uncle Fester's website, thank you very much again, Fester67. We've got more response via YouTube tonight, but usually we get a better response off Facebook. So what I've decided is to subscribe to this.
Nope.
And I can then chuck it out to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Which means we get just a bit more chat going.
can't find a bleeding thing.
What have you lost? Let me guess, the smallest part in there.
Yeah, but if you want to be totally specific, it's the smallest clear part in there.
You do realise we can actually see you hunting on the carpet monster.
I don't care. Found it.
Yay! So anyway, Edward, how's the Osprey going? Is it going well? GB Model Zone, check the Buccaneer at Cosford. It was painted at the same time as the Tonkers from the same batch of paint. Okie dokie. Haven't been up to Cosford for years.
It's our spiritual home.
Yes. So next time, if I have to go up to Oswestry again, then I will probably pop in. Because I keep threatening.
About 30 miles up the road, isn't it? From there? From Bob's?
You've got to go straight past Cosford.
Oh, yeah, from your way, I suppose.
Yeah, up the M54.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go and see Mr. Headley. Bradford Arms.
Top fella. Great host.
Dot off pot pickers.
Does a lot of good work for 1366. Shit, I lost it again. Ha ha ha. Not losing you this time, you bleeder. That's straight. Right. Which leads me nicely onto air brakes.
Is that you ringing, Mark?
Not me, but it's well, it is me, but it's no problem. I've declined.
Okay.
Most Friday nights, Saturday, and Sunday nights, a friend that well, he's more like my second dad on the Isle of Wight. We basically have a chat and get thoroughly trolleyed on Skype.
Yeah.
So he's just ringing for that, and I said if I'm on, if you see a green dot by my name, then I'm free to call. Oops. Not happy with how them bays turned out, but they can wash them down. Make that now. That's a fact. Or no, I'll do it after when they're glossed. Right. Struts. Consult sprue.
Let's see. No, it's. I might be able to do something with that. Let's have a look. Edwards replied about his Osprey. Slow but sure. I also lost the smallest clear part. No. Crystal Clear came to the rescue for a tiny window. Phew. Either that or PVA. PVA dries nicely clear as well. At least you didn't do what a friend of mine did with his Osprey. He's making a 1/72 Osprey, and he stuck the wings on upside down.
Oops. Oh dear.
Yeah. Bless his cotton socks. I think it's only his second model he's made.
Oh well, always pays to check the instructions.
Oh yeah. But he's one of these people, and he's actually inspired me with what he's doing. He said, I don't understand buying a model and then just parking it on its wheels or just parking it there. Why don't you get it to tell a story or something like that? And it's like, he's actually right.
Yes.
So he's the real inspiration behind doing this one.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know that yet, so I'll embarrass him later. Ha ha.
Ha.
Yeah, I'm going to have to let those dry. No, it's not filled in properly. Right, what else have we got? Yeah, GB's Model Zone. It flew back to Scotland after the war, got parked up in a HAZ because it was out of airframe hours, so it's still wearing its original paint scheme. Cool. How did they get it from up in Scotland down to Cosford? Did they transport it, or did they extend the airframe hours, or what? Which HAZ was it? Was it Lucas? Lossy? Kinloss doesn't have HAZs, does it? No, Kinloss doesn't, I believe. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. Never did Kinloss. Did Lossy. Did Lucas. Spent 4 years at Lucas. Really didn't enjoy that place, but hey ho. And not because of the people.
Yeah. Before you get any bad calls.
Yes. I might just tell the story one day.
When you're drunk enough.
Yeah. It was the beginning of the end of my service career. What time are you going to be finishing work tomorrow, Mark?
I honestly don't know. I don't know what we got off tomorrow.
Okay. Are you going to make it?
Not for the lunchtime one.
No? Okay. I will let Malcolm know.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Yeah. Next dog, just to make sure. Got to say, I really do like this Mr. Hobby Dissolve putty. Works so well. What else we got? Anything else come up? GB. Oh, it was Smash and Grab brought it back down today. Okay, cool. Edward's gone, Mark, how much weight have you put in the pointy? Ho, 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 ho. Riptical side split. Bye, slap. I'll let you answer that one, Mark.
Plenty.
Now, do you want to tell the whole story?
Well, I thought I'd put enough in behind the radome, behind the radar. Sorry. Managed to get the Dunlops on earlier, but I left it sitting on its tail, basically for everything for the forward and rear fuselage sections to dry. Got back, glued them all made sure the glue was safe, stuck the wheels on, got them lined up, and all of a sudden it just went dink. I thought, not heavy enough. So I've got the radome up on the rail in front of me with a load of lead shot in and super glue. So that's setting, should be set now actually. I just want to check something actually, because a friend of mine's done this before, and there was obviously some form of reaction, and it warped the nose of his aircraft. So, but this one's turned okay.
Cool.
So, I mean, as you can see, there's a
that's
bucket load of shot in there. So I am actually now tempted to do the radome closed.
Well, as I said to you, if you drop a load of PVA in there, so it gives it a flat surface, then you'll be able to paint it.
Disguise it.
Yeah, give it a disguise. Lindipple, Heidi all just sneaking in at lunch, now sneaking out from lunch. Hi and bye, Lynn. GB Model Zone. If my memory is correct, the Tonka that ran off the runway you're building ended up at RAF Abington. Is it Abington or Abingdon?
Abingdon.
Yeah, no, he's GB's written Abington, so I'm not sure it's. I think he's got what's the name on the mind. We're still there when the MR3 Nimrods arrived. Ooh, good lord! And then later it was moved to Stafford. Yeah, ZA 466. It's little one. You can tell this is later in the day, Mark. This picture.
The length of the shadows for a start.
Well, that. Also, the guns are missing.
Yeah. First things they whipped out.
Yeah, there's the guns. The front one's a grey one, the back one's a black one.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was moved to Abingdon, just south of Oxford.
That's right.
Right, give me a second.
I went for a station visit there when I was a spacey to the armoury.
Right, cool. I did when I was a space cadet. Where did I do? I did Colt. I did Marham. St Morgan. And I did Akrotiri.
As a spacey?
Yeah.
Lucky sod.
Yep.
Well, I left the Air Force in '99, moved up here. I got myself attached to the local ATC squadron. Got myself all done up as a CI. Done all the checks and what have you. And then the OC of the unit comes up to me and says, Mark. I said, good evening, sir. He says, we've just had details of our summer camp through for this year. I thought, week in the snack's mess, bring it on, cheap beer. He said, yeah, it's a place you may have heard of. I said, where's that then, sir? He said, RAF Coltishall. I thought, I've just left there. I thought, oh no, I'm going back.
Bless your cotton socks.
Well, all the snacks that I knew when I was there, when they saw me in the mess, they were, Mark, what the hell are you doing here? I've got permission.
Yeah. I've been promoted. I'm Mr.
Yeah.
Right. It's gone 8 o'clock. Oh, we've had a good hour on today.
Good.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Thank you very much for those new subscribers. If you haven't yet subscribed, please feel free. It's that red button that says subscribe down there somewhere. Make sure you ring me bell, and that'll tell you when we're next on. So stay safe. Keep on modelling.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yep. Good night, guys. Take care, and thank you.